Were you surprised that you were an escaped prisoner for so long? Did it surprise you?
Mm-hmm.
And now?
In 1970, Linda Darby's husband, Charles, was murdered in their home in Hammond, Indiana, which was then set on fire. Charles had been ill, and while Linda and their 5 children visited family, he stayed home. On their return, Linda stopped at a motel nearby due to exhaustion. Suspicion fell on Linda after one of her children revealed she had briefly left the motel during the night and sworn her child to secrecy. During the investigation, a shotgun, believed to be the murder weapon, was found behind a vending machine at the motel. Linda was charged with first-degree murder, convicted, and sentenced to life in prison with no parole for 15 years. However, she escaped in 1972 and remained at large for 35 years. Linda Darby changed her name to Linda McElroy and lived a quiet life in Pulaski, Tennessee, with her new partner Willie McElroy Jr. and their 2 children. She became a respected member of her community, working as a house cleaner and helping elderly neighbors. For the last 35 years, Linda Jo McElroy lived an unassuming life, babysitting children and cleaning homes. Neighbors were shocked to learn the grandmother they trusted was a convicted murderer who had escaped from prison decades earlier.
I sit here and lie all day to you, and fingerprints don't lie. I said, you'd know it as soon as you took my fingerprints.
What did you say to your children?
I told them. And they said, Mom, we're behind you 100% because we know you didn't do it. I told them that back in 1970, I was accused.
I was flabbergasted because I just didn't believe she done that, said neighbor Martha Ann Slater. She just don't seem like that type of person. In 2007, a fugitive apprehension unit identified Linda McElroy as Linda Darby. Despite initial disbelief from local police and neighbors, Linda admitted her true identity when confronted with a photo of herself as Linda Darby.
He said, I'm going to show you this picture. And Linda, tell me if you know who this person is. And I said, it's me. He said, no. He said, I told him they were wrong. He said, I've known you 30 years. I said, Joe, what's the sense of me lying? I could sit
Police
here
credit Darby's arrest to Indiana's recently formed fugitive task force. Though she had no driver's license, authorities tracked her to Tennessee, where her confession surprised local police. I've known of her the last 16 years. She's lived the life of a real good citizen, said Pulaski Police Captain John Dickey.
My husband said the same thing.
Were you
All I can do is try my best to work my way out legally.
Her recapture was a shock to those who knew her as Linda McElroy, who saw her as a law-abiding citizen. Nevertheless, she was returned to prison to serve the remainder of her sentence. Darby's husband and stunned relatives pleaded for mercy and leniency in her case. Let her out and go home to her family, said her tearful cousin, Tina McElroy. Linda maintains her innocence and continues to seek a new trial, asserting that she did not murder her husband. I didn't mean to mislead anybody, but I didn't want to pay for someone else's crime, she said. I was scratched up and bloody from going over the barbed wire, Darby explained of her 1972 escape from the Indiana women's prison. She made her way to Pulaski, Tennessee, where she married, had 2 children, and now has 8 grandchildren.